All right, let's roll. Cool. Joe, Maylon, welcome to Fireside Chat.
Thank you. Thanks for having
May,
us.
I'm sorry you can't enjoy
okay.
alcoholic beverage with us.
It's okay.
Mom, how many months?
8.
8 months.
8 months pregnant.
8 months, yeah.
You're a killer. I love it. Thanks for
8
joining
months
us.
in a week. Yeah.
You guys are up early too. What?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Not bad.
It's crazy.
5:15 for me.
Yeah, she'll roll right out
I
of bed.
sleep in a little
I get up
later.
early.
Still 5:15. That's early.
Yeah, not bad though. It's routine every day.
We got a great fall night. I had to bust out my
A
flannel.
great flannel.
I love it. You had the same
Same.
one on, right?
Yeah, I think I had the same one. I'm glad I didn't wear it. That would have been really embarrassing.
That would have been awesome. Great minds think
I
alike.
don't know who wears it better though.
So, a little bit of housekeeping. One of the reasons myself and Evan and some of the people that I kind of, for lack of a better term, mastermind with was like, Ryan, you're really passionate about giving back to other young business owners and entrepreneurs. You love local business. You're a big supporter of all of us. Why don't you do a fireside chat, which is really Evan's idea. And I said, I would love that because, honestly, most of the time I'm sitting here with my friends who are business owners and we're shooting the shit, having fun.
Anyway, yeah, might as well.
So, we really want to get out there in the community. We want to have people on this show that are great local business owners. Obviously, everybody knows Divi Tree, especially here in Point Pleasant. Yeah, they definitely do. The pork leg and cheese kid, I'm gonna have to go at him a little bit. He was a little off with his rating.
Wait, was this the one with the
On Instagram,
What's that kid? Pork roll kid.
Did he not like the sandwich wasn't
He
cut?
didn't like the split.
Yeah, he didn't like that it
split.
wasn't cut.
It's all right.
Yeah.
People
Yeah, but
respect the
it's-
no split.
Yeah.
It's like
The bistro.
it's like a bistro
style
bun. You
sandwich.
can't cut that.
it.
It's delicious with the
Thank
with
you.
the
It
sweet
holds
roll.
it all in. You
That's
know?
what I'm thinking.
Your first bite is the cut.
It's the best, and
That's the way I treat
especially
it.
if I'm hungover. Best hungover cure
Gotta throw
ever.
an extra egg on there. if
Oh,
you're
extra
hungover.
egg. You know
You're
what
an
I do.
extra
You
egg
give me a
guy.
little
Yeah,
smiley face.
Yeah, I do. Depends what kind of day I'm having.
So
Kidding.
my ADD's jumping around, but I wanted to have you guys on because you're awesome. You're great to my family.
Thanks, man.
I used to go to Starbucks every day. I'm a snob with my cold brew. We joke around about cold brew.
Yeah.
And I loved it over there because it had a little community feel. This is going back now 7 years. And there were some great older guys in there that busted chops about politics. And it was fun, but it had that corporate feel. Then you guys opened up, and I went in there one day to just do some work like I would do at Starbucks. And I was like, these people have figured it out. Like, it is so community. Everybody knows each other. You have the superintendent of the school district walking in. You have teachers. You have police. Firefighters.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Kudos to you guys,
Thanks,
and
man.
thanks for coming on.
No, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for having
honestly,
us.
that was important to us. Build it around the community. It's
Yeah,
huge.
you guys
Such
have done a
small
lot.
Town,
Yeah, you've done a lot with it. So let's start from the beginning.
All right.
Joe, I think you were working at Broadway, flipping some burgers.
Yeah.
Right, running
Yeah.
the grill.
Yeah.
Broadway
at
has
the
some.
time, yeah. I started there when I was young.
And Broadway has some delicious burgers.
Man, yeah. Served a lot of food in that
Burgers
place.
and
We were busy.
wings.
That bar was a very busy bar when I worked there.
Yeah.
And Maylon, I think you were slinging coffee.
I was
Green?
at Green Planet,
Green
but before we opened Divi Tree, I was bartending
Yeah, you went
at
to bartending too for a little bit.
Anchor in Belmar
She left.
because I left because we actually went on a road trip.
How many years ago was this?
Well, we
5?
opened
I wanna
4
say it was
years
like
ago.
5 years ago.
I left Green Planet
5 or 6
In
years
Damn,
ago.
I think I
2016.
left you my number one night at Anchor.
No.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Then you came home.
I didn't know you bartended. I didn't know you bartended. I thought you
yeah.
were at the other coffee shop in
I was
Manasquan.
there for
was, yeah.
almost over 10 years. But then we went on a cross-country road
a
trip.
2-month hiatus. Kind of.
Yeah.
Found yourself.
My job gave me the time off. Her job
Yeah.
didn't want to give her the time off, so
I ended up
she kind
leaving.
of said, screw this. I texted my buddy Brendan, who opened. He was the general manager opening Anchor Tavern. He works for Chefs International, and I was like, listen, hook her up for a couple months before our trip, and then make some money, and it's exactly
we
what
kind
she
of had
did.
a plan to open
Yeah.
up before we went on the trip.
Yeah, we had a plan to kind of do it, but then the trip was kind of like an R&D trip. Like at the same time, don't get me wrong, we were seeing the country, traveling together, living out of the truck. Like it was a great experience.
Yeah.
But we visit a lot of coffee shops from here to Seattle, down to San Diego, all the way back to Florida. We did a square.
Isn't it crazy how you kind of go to a place and you like judge the community by their coffee shop, their local coffee
Yeah.
shop?
100%,
definitely.
man. You walk in the shop and it's like you can tell what kind of place, like what kind of
You
town
also
it is.
learn
You know
so much too, like
Yep.
different.
what to do, what
everything,
not to do.
yeah.
Like there were so many things we're like, nah, we can't do that.
Even
I
like
don't-
display cases, like looking at how they displayed stuff
Yep.
or how they serve things.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of attention to detail. I think on one of our mentorship videos, we were talking about that a little bit, how you guys really have figured out your details and what makes a business
the flow
succeed.
of it.
yeah,
to
I mean,
make it,
took
yeah.
some time, but I feel like we got to what we want. You know what I mean?
I'm going to get into the systems in a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually text Joe. I was up in Rhode Island with Kelly about a month and a half ago now, and this
remember
place
this.
had a delicious sandwich. It was a homemade muffin, egg McMuffin, good pork roll, good egg. It just took forever. And I was watching how they were being brought in the door, and I'm the type of weirdo that likes business like this, where I'm analyzing
Operations,
what
yeah.
you guys
Analyze
do.
Yeah,
operations,
the
yeah.
operation
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This doesn't make any sense, and I won't mention the place's name because they had delicious coffee and they had great food. But I text Joe and I said, man, I really appreciate the systems that you and Maylon have put in place, because I mean, how many egg sandwiches do you bang out on a busy Saturday? Seriously.
Oh man, honestly, like probably close to like 400 or 500 sandwiches.
And how big is your grill?
Oh man, I got a 36 inch
This
griddle.
big?
30, not big enough.
How big is the kitchen's like the
36-inch
size
griddles?
of the
I mean,
fire pit.
Listen, when we designed the place, like this was going back. I mean, shit, like 4 years. We designed it to be a coffee shop that did food, right? It was a coffee shop, beverage bar that did food for convenience. So it would be your one-stop shop. That was always our plan, to be your
Yeah.
one-stop shop.
To have food. Maybe
Just-
like 10 sandwiches a day.
You know,
That
first
was
day
our
we
plan.
opened,
You never thought it would be.
No, I mean, listen, I was like, oh my god, I'm in for it. And then when we found out, like, competitors open up in town, and we kind of like really looked at our business plan. We're like, well, how do we, like, we were also 8 months in when we found out they were opening. We were only 8 months into our business, so we were like, well, we really got to differentiate ourselves. Like, if we're gonna survive, like, a big name comes to town, gotta survive. So we're like, all right, well, our food and baked goods is where it's at. She does all the baked goods in house. I cook all the sandwiches
Delicious.
fresh. So
Colton's obsessed with the corn muffin.
Yeah.
that's kind of like how we did that. That's why the food became. Such
I
a big
remember our
aspect of
first
it.
day, we were like, all right, like we hope we get like 35 people.
Yeah.
And like we bought this thing,
We bought a little sandwich
Like a
maker.
sandwich-
You'd walk into
a sa-
7-Eleven, grab a little pre-made,
like
Yeah.
and we filled it, and then
fresh made sandwich, but
Yeah.
I kept them warm.
Yeah, well-
it was like in like 2 hours in, like they were like people were like ordering, and we're like, oh my god, we don't even have like
So I walked
We're
in,
not
"Can you
even
just make
ready,
one
like-
back there?" And I was like, yeah, why not?
2 people on.
Before you know it, I was just like taking tickets, and I'm like, I got a line now. I'm like cooking on
It
a
was-
line.
We didn't even have like we did not expect it to be that busy
Yeah.
to where like we had a sticky notepad, like sticky notes, and we were like writing
so
orders
embarrassing
on
when you
it.
look back,
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No,
though.
it's
No,
it's
it's
funny.
so
We laugh
funny. We
now.
laugh
right? But
about it.
We
It's-
laugh now. You look back at everything that you improved, and like when you start, I'm like, thanks to everyone for coming back the first year.
Well,
Customers
see,
are
I actually
awesome.
thought about it differently because I knew you came from the Broadway world. You're friends with that family, and
Yeah.
you're running the grill there, and that place gets crazy busy.
Really busy.
Yeah.
Football Sunday, some
Yeah.
weekends.
So I can handle it. Like that's why I kind of was like, all right, well, I need to shift into
We
something
just
that I know.
underestimated it.
That's why it was a one-man kitchen. It's like
Yeah.
what I knew.
Yeah,
Kind of just ran with that.
it's pretty amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah, we do.
Real quick, where'd you guys go on that little trip? Hit me with 5 places real quick.
Oh man.
Well, we went north tier out. So we
Badlands. So we hit
stopped
like South Dakota, North Dakota area. We did Jackson Hole,
Mount
Wyoming,
Rushmore, Yellowstone,
Yellowstone, up
San
to
Diego
Seattle.
Zoo.
Went all the way down to San Diego. Hit San Diego
You
Zoo.
took the Yoda?
No, we had a
I had an
Forerunner
old
at
my
the time.
Forerunner at the time, not the one that was wrapped in
Yeah.
Divi Tree. Before that, and then when I came back, I traded it in. I said, "Well, let's hit the ground running with this business." So
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
I
You know-
said that when we were out there on our trip. I remember I quoted. I said, "When we get back, we're hitting the ground running." And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah,
The
we
minute
did.
we got back,
We got back
man,
in October.
started looking for real estate.
2016.
And, like that was the start of it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That community feel that you brought, and you bring up the competitor that came into town. It was a large name that had I don't know what they have, maybe 4, 5, 6 stores already.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, I think it was only like 7.
I'm not
so.
you. I don't even think we talked about this, but I wasn't worried for you guys. And the reason being is because of that community feel
Yeah.
that you have inside your shop. It's really amazing. How did you build that culture?
I don't know, I think it's a combination of things. Like, I worked in town for so long at one of the most neighborhood bars. Like it's all the it's all the networking, all the connections you made. Like she grew up in Brick, right on Midstreams, real local school.
Also, I think like when you work in the service industry for so long, you realize like you need to be personable. And as soon as you make a connection with people and like you know their name, you know what they drink, you create like a friendship. So like they're gonna come back.
Yeah, you almost feel guilty like when I get coffee at one of your competitors and Joe's driving by, beep beep, and I'm like,
and you get the eye emoji. You're like, oh man, where is he?
Joe saw me cheating on him.
It's happened a couple of times. It's all right.
No, but then
I don't get mad.
really
it's healthy.
learn.
It's healthy.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I don't.
good.
I really. I never mind. Like,
It's
I go different places all the time. Like, it's only natural. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't get the same drink at the same bar for 10 years.
That's
100%.
So stop
I
being,
wouldn't
so,
go out
all
to
over
dinner.
stop being so mad at me, all right, Joe?
Whatever.
So I think I've always heard people, process, product. And I think it's in that order. And someone will probably be like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But it's those three things.
No,
And
definitely. Because like a bad attitude, like a bad experience from a person, you turn it off immediately. I'll never go back if the
Yeah.
person's like bad, nasty. The people are nice, you'll go back because they're nice. Then it comes down to the product, like, or I'm sorry,
How
Yeah.
long it takes, everything. Yeah.
the process, like
Yeah.
how's their operation. Then it comes down to that. But I think you're right, definitely.
And you guys, prior to COVID, were open how long? 3 years?
What year was COVID? Yeah, 3 years.
2020,
2017.
yeah, 3
was
years.
open
We had a
for
whole
3
crew
years.
that sat at that bar. It was like me, Travis Cotter.
Oh man, that bar was hopping.
It
I
was-
know.
I gotta get the bar back for you
I miss
guys.
it.
Yeah, I miss it too.
Yeah, man, you, Donnie Hughes, everybody,
Yeah.
everybody.
And
That was a nice-
what I always loved is your staff was also awesome.
They still are.
No, I'm saying at the time, it's new people.
Yeah.
Things changed
Yeah.
over. COVID changed stuff.
Well, we still have a lot of original.
You do?
Yeah.
I-
Estella, Joanna.
Yeah, some
That
of your
actually
main,
might be
some of
it.
your
Yeah,
main,
some of
yeah.
some of
of
the
the
lessons at the
mainstays are
beginning.
still there.
And Kelly's been an addition. She's great.
Yeah.
See, I'm a weirdo. When I see someone
Kelly's
different
great.
in the kitchen, I'm like, does the consistency change? And it doesn't with
It doesn't.
Kelly.
No,
No, she's good.
She kills it.
She does really well. I'm really lucky to have her.
But I
Yeah.
just
She's really
remember,
good.
and again, current staff, I didn't mean that by any way. But there was just these people that were there that were so awesome and so real, and it was Point Pleasant.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
I grew up in Brick. I moved here 15 years ago, and I just fell in love with the town.
Point's so special, man.
It
But
really
you said
is.
it though. It's so Point Pleasant. Like, I don't know.
It's like, you guys.
It's like I grew up in town. Like, I rode my bike everywhere. Like, listen, I met her at Green Planet. Like, that was the only coffee shop around when I was young. Everyone would go over the bridge to Green Planet. It was
Yeah.
like the coffee shop.
Oh, you went OTB?
I went OTB for my coffee.
Damn.
Always.
That's fun, yeah.
I always went OTB. That's where I met her. And
Yeah.
then, I don't know. I just feel like Point Borough needed a place like that so
Especially
bad.
Bridge Ave. There's like,
And when we were looking
There
for
was
spots,
nothing.
we were so specific. We were like between River and North Stream. There's like
Yeah.
a hub. You need a land.
No,
Just
you
like-
guys
Yeah.
picked like a perfect spot.
Yeah.
And actually, what's so crazy to me, and this is a testament to how well that you guys do, is your parking lot is not the best.
It sucks.
Sucks.
It's so tight, and I got a big
tight.
truck with a
Yeah.
6.5 foot bed, so you're parking on the street most of the time.
We're so lucky to have that side street. That was part
Yeah.
of the location, the side street, and then
yeah.
honestly, the amount of spots we have, we're so lucky to have though. Although it's tight. I mean, you look up and down Bridge Avenue, like
A lot
any
of
other place that have 12
businesses,
spots,
yeah.
there's 4 businesses sharing it. We're only 2 businesses sharing. Like
Think about
13 spots,
across the street.
know?
They really don't have that much parking spots.
No.
There's a
It's
lot
tough
of
to get
busy.
any
Bubba
Jersey
Coos and
Mike's
Jersey
and Bubba
Mike's.
Coos.
That's what
Yeah.
I mean. That's 2 high volume places. That
I wish Paul would buy like the lot next to him and build another parking lot.
build a parking garage.
Yeah, maybe one day. But my point is like, damn, you guys are doing something
man.
really, really special if you have people. So what I was trying to get at with your staff is it was just such a special feel, and then boom, we get hit with COVID. And obviously everybody knows what happened
Scary,
in New
man.
Jersey and New York. It was like
Shut down.
no one's allowed to have people sitting in your restaurant, not allowed to eat food there, coming with a mask.
It was a scary time. Like, I mean,
Yeah, it was.
dude,
we
were
put the furniture up.
just 2 kids that opened a coffee shop, doing really well, and then all of a sudden, like, this unheard of pandemic came through. Like,
It was
we didn't
crazy.
hear of anything that my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm
Remember
like,
we
of
put
course,
the- We put
Yeah.
the furniture up thinking we'll just put the furniture in the corner
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks.
It'll
and
be
then
2 weeks.
we'll
That's
be
what I
back
remember.
open.
Everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be like the flu season. We'll go
weeks.
away."
That's
And
2
then, like,
weeks.
Now it's
crazy,
like a
man.
year
How
and a half.
where it went. You had to adapt.
But
Just-
but that's where I'm going. Again, a testament to what you guys have built. I'd be pissed at Divi. I'd roll up and I was like, damn, I'm late for a meeting as always, and Divi has a line out the door, middle winter,
stress me
all
out.
the way out the door.
Which is great, but like it stresses me out.
But what did you guys do at the time? You're a small business owner. You're not Coca-Cola. You're not these big restaurants that are chains that have billions of dollars behind them that just fund things and change systems on the fly. What was two main things that you guys did to adapt in that moment and pivot to allow you to keep having success?
We cut our hours back and we went online.
First we went on Uber.
Yeah, like that's what I meant, like online, being Uber Eats or DoorDash. Like at first we went on just Uber Eats and DoorDash because we eventually built our own app, but that takes time.
Yeah.
So we experienced
the app is great too.
Now with the app,
thank you. It's personalized. But at first, we were like, all right, well, we got to get online. If people don't want to come inside, at least we got to let it get delivered to them, or they could just come in real quick, grab and go.
Let me ask you something real quick, both of you. Why weren't you online prior to that? Because that was I know a ton of restaurant owners that are clients of mine. And
you were subject to it at first.
I was subject to it at first, and I feel like
because
COVID forced the hand a little bit. Yeah, just that, and taking on extra volume for the small place we are. Operations is everything. Mm-hmm. The more you take in, the more you have to put out, and the quicker you take stuff in, people are waiting now, and after they paid, it's scary.
We also
taking on that extra volume is tough sometimes.
But we also thought we were is it gonna lose that
neighborhood feel?
Yeah, people aren't you're just gonna walk in, grab your stuff, and leave.
You're like a corporate place now. You have an app. You're not personable.
Well, I don't think it was ever like that. Even during COVID, when I waited in line, came in and the place was empty because you had to get rid of the furniture.
Yeah.
It was still, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
It was. But we didn't want going online to create us to feel like we're just another place.
I get it.
Like robots.
We're not hey, how are you, Ryan? You come in the other door, you grab and go. You didn't even get greeted. Mm. Our thing is first thing in the morning, man. We might be the first person to say, hey, Ryan, what's up? Good morning. What's going on? It's we start people off in the morning. That's big.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I think you guys did an excellent job.
So
pivoting. What was another big thing that you did that systems wise that allowed you to get over that and continue to excel?
I don't know.
During COVID, it was really systems wise. I think it was the app, and then the way we set up the pickup at the end of the bar.
Uber delivered, but.
Yeah, other than that, our system kind of stayed the same behind the counter.
Yeah.
Now, did the volume increase?
Yeah, volume increased. So, I'm lying. So now we take on way more volume with the app. So, the phone orders kind of take away someone from your line and the operating. And, so for us, I feel like we kind of shifted away from the phone orders. We still take them. Mm. But, if we're slammed and orders are flying in,
can't answer the phone.
It's the first thing that's got to go because, the minute someone's on the phone, they're standing there. You can be doing 1,000 different things while the ticket's printing. Yeah. And the order's already there. Not waiting for someone to order. It is. It's efficiency. And I don't think I realized that prior to COVID, but COVID forced the hand.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate for that at the same time.
Prior to COVID, though, we weren't as busy as we are now.
Yeah, you guys are slammed.
Yeah, we're growing still.
And again, I get on the app and I order, the sandwich for myself or something for Kelly.
It's convenient. You like it, right?
It's so convenient because I am not a crazy techie guy, although I'm on social media. It's Evan. I don't even know how to post that at the time. I'm like, Evan, what do you think I should post? How should I do this? And he'll post something Ryan, take that down. I'm like, oh my God, Kelly, we got to take it down. The ease of use, the user face on my end is so simple.
Cool.
And it's funny because I'll end it and I'll be like, oh, your sandwich is ready at 9:27, and it's 8:45, and I'm like, damn, and then all of a sudden it's boop, your sandwich is ready at 9:03. I'm like, holy shit, I gotta get in the car. It's the truth.
What is it? Oversell? No.
Yeah.
Undersell, over deliver, or something.
Absolutely.
The saying. You know what I mean? It's when you go to a restaurant, they're half an hour, and then you're all right, I'll wait. Sit in 10 minutes,
You guys have done a great job.
Try.
The app's great. So, your staff, you're a small business owner. I was essential, but my guys already were moving towards the virtual world. And just like you, my clients were forced into going virtual. So I didn't need to tell my guys what to do, masks, this, that. How did you guys handle that with a staff that, probably maybe had different views and different feelings about the whole thing?
When COVID first happened, we left it optional who wanted to work.
yeah, like when COVID first struck, we basically send we're group texts out and stuff and say, hey guys, like this is the deal. If you're not comfortable working, like we just gotta be upfront. If you're not comfortable working, tell us. Whoever's been exposed or sick, you gotta also tell us, because then we have to play the whole trace game and get you isolated. But we kind of left it up to like, if you're comfortable to work. If you're not, then
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, and your job will be waiting for you. Like we're not.
But we were like, Kelly stopped working because we didn't know if we were gonna be able to afford it, so we worked like every day.
Cut our hours back. But
From
what was
like
it?
March
I was
to
gonna go
May.
somewhere else.
No, it was how did you handle a staff that may have different views,
and stuff.
may take it differently.
So then when at first, like, and it was all unknown, you follow like all the CDC guidelines, and especially because like, we're
what do we know?
we don't know anything. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
I don't know anything, and like I have guidelines to follow. I own a restaurant, so it's like you have to abide by the health department and the CDC. So like you always you just cover yourself. So we basically watched every day the governor's briefing and like waited for him to say whatever was allowed, and we just kept adjusting our business to capacities 25%, 50%, and we told the girls like X amount of people are allowed in, and we were really lucky though. Our staff was really good. And
They
the
were.
mask
They
thing, the mask was
worked,
required at first, so we required them.
Yeah.
To come in the store, like you just have to be required. I hate to do that, but it's like the guidelines and restrictions. It's just,
you're
there's no
you're a
risk.
small business.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Spend all
But,
this
like-
money to fight?
But like now we're
City Hall.
Fast forward to now. I mean, like we just kind of set the culture that we don't
Optional.
discuss. Like everyone has their own views and beliefs. You don't discuss it. It's a workplace. We're there to serve coffee. Coffee's the topic. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Coffee and
You're not there to
sandwiches and
talk-
baked goods.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And like it is what it is. If you want to wear a mask, great. If you don't want to wear a mask, then whatever. Like,
Yeah, I think a lot of us,
it's all about being comfortable.
myself included, my personal social media is my personal social media, but when it comes to my business or a professional setting, I think we got to just be open-minded to other people's views and have that
Absolutely.
type of culture where it's like, hey man, you do what you want to do,
Yeah.
I'll do what I want to do,
The
and
world's got to go round.
no
I
one's
agree.
judging.
Yeah, I actually posted online when the mask became optional. I said, it's a judging-free zone here at Divi Tree. Like, if you walk in with it, great, you're not getting judged. If you walk in without it, you're not getting judged. It's
Yeah.
just we're here to serve you coffee.
I never have felt judged in Divi Tree. It's a
Well,
great
you
place.
definitely
We don't
should.
judge.
I should.
You
I
should when
I know.
walking in the door. I don't know. Like, that's not right, but
So, you guys obviously adapted really well, not only with your systems, but also your staff. It is a temperamental conversation when it comes to COVID and vaccines and masks. And now you guys are in a place where there is no mandates. And you're just like, hey, it's up to you guys if you want to do this. And to me, that's freedom. That's the United States of America. And
yeah, absolutely. Man.
I respect you guys, and cheers to you for
Cheers
that.
to that. Absolutely.
So I want to get
Cheers to
into the charitable stuff, and I hate to always be like charitable, because it's like, well, you're just talking charity for these people's businesses. I don't see that in you two, and I didn't see it in Jamie nor Phil. You guys give back because you grew up here. You grew up in Midstreams, not far.
Yeah.
Joe, you grew up right in Point Pleasant.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the things that you do for the school district, for the local Chamber of Commerce. Run down the
Man.
list of things that you guys do.
It's tough. I'm like horrible on the spot.
Yeah.
There's like so much.
Unfortunately, I just
honestly.
resigned from the chamber.
So like
But,
yeah.
I was on the board.
Chamber
for-
gets to be a lot. It's
Yeah,
hard.
well, especially with the baby.
The
I don't
chamber's
have
like really
time.
business to business. Like I feel like when it comes to the schools, we have we're pretty open with like the school stuff. I mean, honestly, like we tell the girls, if anything comes from the two schools or any of the schools that we went to, whether it's elementary, middle, I meant two schools, like two towns.
Yeah.
We do it because it's like we're not ones just to pick like a general charity and be like, all right, here's a check. We did it. Upload it and say, hell, look what we did.
Yeah.
I'd rather like honestly try to serve the kids that are going to be like the future of like the town. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like when I was in school, like for instance, the surf team. There's a surf team now in Point Borough. Like there was never a surf team when I was in school.
How many kids are on that?
I think
Maybe,
maybe
like,
like
10.
10 or 12. But like it's all ages. But like dude, there was never a surf team when I was in school.
awesome.
I would have loved for them to be a surf team.
That's
but there
so
wasn't.
cool. I literally just got chills. That's awesome.
But
Yeah.
it's not school funded, so it's funded by
Private.
or it's pay to
Businesses.
play, and like they don't want pay to play for kids to like go to the ocean to surf. So a bunch of local businesses like we donated money and we got it going for them, so kids don't have to pay for uniforms or like to me that means so much rather than like just cutting a check to like Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Like, you know,
we do like we'll sponsor like a soccer team or a baseball team.
All your little leagues and your soccer teams, like that's like the charitable stuff that we like love to do.
Yeah, you love to do the community
It's like the little stuff, man. There's so much that comes in the door, whether it's for a key club or the band's going to nationals in Florida and they're playing there, they need uniforms or parents want matching shirts. Like, dude, there's so much. Like, we try to do as much as we can.
And people could say, go ahead.
Oh no, we just did back to school with Burke Memorial. With we like donated coffee, and, like muffins and stuff.
Teachers, they constantly
for, like their in-service day or something.
Yeah, my wife's a teacher, like so when the community,
they appreciate it.
Yeah, when the community gives to them, like
they deserve it big time, man.
Because teachers are very, very
super underpaid. For what they do.
Underpaid and underappreciated. When COVID hit, back to COVID, I mean, boom, parents all of a sudden were like, oh. Shit, how do we deal with it?
I got my kid all day.
Yeah, damn.
I went to school for teaching prior to like all this, like, and I tell you, man, I give them such credit, teachers.
Yeah, it's hard.
All you know.
What's one of those? Obviously, I saw some passion out of you with the surfing. What's one of those that's close to you? And again, it's awesome that you support all of them because you want to just support the kids in the community. What's something close to you, May? To your heart?
I don't think I have any that are really personally close. I try to do like midstreams.
Yeah, break to your core.
Because I went to
Brick Memorial,
midstreams, and I try to always do like Brick Memorial because that's my high school.
Yeah.
And like we're in Point Pleasant, but I still want to like give over to Brick.
Yeah, but that's like, you're a product of that though. So like you're grateful,
exactly.
like you are who you are because of like
your community.
Your community. You know what I mean? So like we're grateful.
So like when it comes to what I'm passionate, which ones I'm specifically passionate about, none specific, just the brick in me.
Yeah. Can't take the brick out of the chick, man. Listen, you get it.
Can't take brick out of anybody.
You get it.
You're a brick too, right?
Yeah,
of course.
You get it.
Of course.
I'm outnumbered here.
2 versus 1 right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Wait till where I have to jump you after.
That's the truth.
So, you know, moving forward, what do you guys want to do with Divi Tree? Do you see yourselves opening another store or a third store? Do you see yourselves changing your current, footprint and building a bigger kitchen or expanding it to serve more people or possibly going to another town?
Our next step is the truck.
Yeah, like so
events.
We're currently like building out my transit van, which like we had the 4Runner, now we have the van. I go get all my goods in it, but at the same time we do like the Summerfest, the Fall Fest, all these different festivals, and so we're putting like taps in my truck and stuff right now.
That's the
build
next
that
step.
out. That's the next step. But after that, like I don't know, we would love to open another store or
something seasonal maybe.
Yeah, like another seasonal location. It's tough, man. Like you don't want to take away from the exclusivity. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
The exclusiveness of like Divi Tree.
One location.
One special spot. You know what I mean? Once
you get diluted in your guys' personalities. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I go to Divi Tree, not that I don't love Kelly, not that I don't love your staff, but when you're not there, I'm like, damn, I can't bust Joe's chops, or I can't say hi to
totally.
Maylon.
And you can't like we can't be in both places.
Yeah, it's too hard.
Like I love to be there. Like that's what I love about my business is like we're there.
Yeah, and your team.
Yeah, great team.
So my next question, and that just set me up perfect, is husband-wife team. I mean,
waiting for it.
Listen, Kelly is so on WCC's payroll indirectly. She should have a spot on the website. I go to write things, and again, going back to Bricktown, I am from Brick, so my spelling is not always the best. And I'm like, babe, proofread this. But it's also tough where I see it as I don't know if I'd be able to be in business with my wife. So how do you guys manage that work and then shut it off when you get back to the doors and you pop a bottle of Divi Tree wine? Divi Tree wine is delicious. You need to get a bottle. How do you guys do that?
I guess we just do. Well, I mean, we both have the same goals in life. And like when you work together towards that same goal, it's just easier.
It's easy. It's like
it pulls you.
It's natural. It's like natural. Like we make
both
a really
know what
good
we
team.
want to do and where we want to be in 10 years. And like
I feel like if we didn't make we have such like in the beginning when we opened, we like really figured out like the roles we had, and like we like fill in the lanes. I always say like, we fill in the lanes really well, me and her. Like where one's not, the other is.
Your back office and system, she's baking in front office.
Yeah, it's like we have different things, and I don't know. We just make a really good team. If we didn't work so intertwined, it probably wouldn't work. But
don't get me wrong. Sometimes
yeah,
like
it's
we want to
tough.
kill
Like,
each
don't
other.
get me wrong. Like we see each other all the time, but at the same time, like I'm fortunate. So like there's people that don't see their spouses for 16 hours of the day because of traveling.
They're working in the city or travel.
Dude, unfortunately, there's so many memories that like little things that we say that happen in that kitchen, like
we laugh about
constantly, man. So like I'm really fortunate that I can work side by side with her. At the same time, you always want to joke, man, you're working with your wife, that must suck. Like, dude, I'm super fortunate. Like we could provide
we're like
for
hanging
family,
out sometimes,
working together. Yeah, like dude,
it's like a hangout.
Yeah, it's a dream. It really
What's
is.
that saying? If you want to go
she
far,
rocks. Like, dude, I'm lucky.
No,
she rocks. Like,
if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah. Oh, it's so true.
It's so true.
It's so true, and that's an awesome quote. We're gonna clip that for sure. Kelly is like everybody in my life has seen me go from here to here. Ryan's driven. I am really fucking passionate about winning. Mm-hmm. I'm passionate about helping other people, and I don't care who says he says that too much. He's looking for something. No, I'm not. Ask the people I don't talk about that they got helped. Go find them because they're there. My wife has taken me to a whole nother level, and it's that support that you have
definitely as
a real team. And again, we have our battles. It's tough. You're bringing together two different families, two different walks of life. Yep. You know, it was what Kelly did. Kelly was an honor roll student cheerleader in the band. I was booted out of school, so we come from completely different worlds, and it's pretty impressive to watch the two of you, run that business, run a busy business, and do what you guys do. So again, hats off to you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to do it without her.
Definitely not. I mean, it's likewise. It's not like you wouldn't be able to do it without me.
I mean, I think May could do it without Joe.
Probably. It's probably a little easier.
Joe pulls a lot more load than I do.
No, I'm a little easier to replace.
Especially lately.
So again, I jumped over to this because we walked into it, but I want to go back to the truck. So what I think is so cool when I go away to the Catskills or we go to Vermont or we, Kelly and I are big on those festivals too. Like, we're kind of corny. Like, we like that stuff.
Fun.
We're like locals. Like, let's go hit Seafood Fest. Like, I'm still pumped up like I'm 21 again. Like, let's go hit the beer tent. Yep. Meanwhile, I can only have two now because my son's
dragging
hot.
your kid. Yeah, dragging your kid.
And I'm like, damn, I got to get out of here. Like, let's go back to the yard where you're locked in. But I love those things. And if you guys obviously implement a truck or two and you can get the staff, and obviously, I know, as you guys know, there's a labor shortage, and it's been affecting your business as well. I know you guys are looking for people. Yeah. Where do you see that side of the business going when you're really trying to chase down a new top line number? Do you see that being something that could be a great source of revenue to the business? I
feel like I see that more as just like kind of
local.
Yeah, like not so much for the revenue. It's kind of just to like
be involved.
Yeah, like broad. Like I don't know if it makes sense. But like broaden our portfolio. Like it adds to our services. Mm-hmm. Like it's more of like a full service operation. You know what I mean? Like
if I'm a really tired dad, I'm walking to the festival with my son and my wife.
Like, Divi Tree's there. Like, of course.
I've grabbed coffee.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And at the same time, like the truck will make it easier to set up. Like right now, we have
it's a lot.
3 tables, a tent, a kegerator. Like I got to bring all that shit there with a hand truck. And it's just like awesome. I'm a big operations guy. I'm trying to make it easy. Well, at the same time, you can pull right up, pour coffee out of the truck.
We just did Fall Fest, and like obviously he is working at the shop, so now it's like up to me. I'm 8 months pregnant, like, so I'm like calling my sister, my brother-in-law, my dad, or like.
Well, I actually saw the pictures because my son was sick last week, and I was like, oh damn, they had the festival going on. I'm like, I want to go. And the last 2 years, for whatever reason, we had things going on. I'm like, I want to go. Mm-hmm. And then I saw you guys put a picture. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's pregnant.
Still there.
They were busy all day at Divi Tree because I was in there, and they still made it out there. Just the two of you. It wasn't any of your kids that worked for you, or it wasn't any of your other staff.
We had one girl there. Sarah was there.
But like she would have been working the shop, so like we pulled her out of the shop. Like staffing's tough, man, right now.
Staffing's tough right now. It's crazy.
Staffing's tough right now.
So that rolls us into the next question. I mean, how do you deal with that labor shortage as a small business owner? Because it's much more difficult to offer ancillary benefits and things that would attract.
Dude, like honestly, I'm not gonna be around the bush. Just like, dude,
Joe
Pucker up
being
Buttercup,
there.
man. Just like pick up the slack. Like
Yeah.
dude, put in the long hours. Like people have the wrong impression of like when you're a business owner, like or the wrong perception. Like it's easy, laid back, man. You're just collecting the money and like you're chilling. Like dude, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
put in the
time.
hours, man.
Joe's
Don't
been
be
putting
soft.
in a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
can't
hours.
expect someone. Yeah, you can't expect someone else to pick it up. Like it's your place. Just pick up the slack. Like nothing drives me more crazy when like a business is short on staff and the manager or and the owner aren't there.
Yeah.
Just put in the hours, man. Like,
Yeah,
that kills
who
me.
do you
On that.
think you are? And
work.
if you went into the restaurant business and essentially you're a restaurant, it's long hours.
Dude,
It's
a
different
grind.
hours than regular
I
jobs.
only grew up in the restaurant business, so it's a grind. Like,
Yeah. Well,
so you just got to do it.
you
That's
guys
the
do it
biggest thing.
and make it look easy.
Thanks.
You make it look easy.
Thanks. We got lucky. Maylon does all the hiring. I can't take credit for that. She does a great job at all the hiring. But we got lucky with a couple new hires, and they're going to work out.
Hopefully they all work out.
And the hardest part is trying to replace her right now. I mean, she's such a big part of the operation. It's like you need two.
It's crazy.
To take her out of the operation, you have to add 2 people.
Yeah.
It's tough. You got to add a baker, and you have to add a barista. Like, she stretches. She knows everything, so it's easy to. It's hard to like replace.
And she makes it look easy.
Yeah, she really does. She does.
Really
Man.
do.
Like, hi.
I actually never really realized that you baked. I was like, that's bullshit. They get them from Costco.
Yeah. I buy her, and she just stands back there like doing this.
Yeah.
I just move my arm in the motion so it looks like I'm doing something.
I was like, that's bullshit. She
She'll
just
turn on the
serves
KitchenAid
coffee.
a couple times just to make it look like something's on.
That's
Nah,
awesome.
it's-
You guys have really created a great business, and I cannot
man.
wait till all this pandemic is over and you guys can get back to regular Divi Tree, because I want to get to that little bar.
Yeah, the bar will come back. The furniture will come back. I'm going to add some stuff.
And something I want to say, and as you guys know, I've done the coffee connections every other week. We're back at Divi Tree. We've been off. My wife has been a little under the weather. A couple other buddies have had some things go down. But we've been coming there now for about 4 months, every other Tuesday.
I love when you guys come in.
Yeah, and the business that's created in a coffee shop is crazy. I mean, I've met some very successful people over at that Starbucks and made great connections in your place as well. And I can't wait till that comes back. And I know you guys are all about that. You love seeing the guys
the
in
place
there,
filled,
shooting
definitely.
the shit and talking business.
Nice.
And, you know,
Social aspect. I love that, man. That's what it should be.
and you guys did, and that's another thing to business owners, right? The stupid little things that you guys do, because now I'm getting fired up. Like the napkin holders. Your boy Tyler or your boy Alex, or like those are your
Anybody.
boys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think W's, the brand that I
You see
have
a spot to
should
put
be
it,
on
put it.
everything.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah,
but you
the
can-
brand I have should be on everything. Compliance, I love you. I think that you guys, right off the bat, we're trying to prop up other people in your world, and
Definitely.
that's why you win, in my opinion.
Thanks, man. I think it's important to use a platform if you have it. Like even if it's little. Like I'm not saying we have a huge platform, but like a lot of local people that follow us and stuff, and like it's
Yeah, how many
You wanna see
followers
your
do you guys
friends.
have on Divi Tree?
Yeah, on Instagram, it's like I think it's like 6,500.
That's a lot,
To
dude.
tell you the truth,
And it's organic.
I'm a
probably,
math
too.
guy, man. It's organic, but I'm a math guy. I look at ratios and like likes per.
Joe's all in Instagram.
Like how many likes you get for how many followers you have, how active your followers. You know, it's all about activity. Like we're gonna get a lot.
We're gonna get a lot of likes on your guys'
Oh man,
clips.
good one. It's a good
Hopefully.
one.
It's gonna be good. So
Thanks for having us.
yeah,
man.
something
Really
I do.
appreciate
Something I do here at the end here is ask you guys 2 questions. And it could be switched up questions for everybody. It could be a question from the past. So one of the main questions, and I want you to spend as little or as long a time as you want to on it. But this podcast is about putting and propping up and promoting other small local businesses. I fucking mean that. Tell me 1 or 2 other local business, and it could be Brick, it could be Point, it could be Point Beach, it could be Manasquan. Give me a business or 2 that you guys love, and they're killing it, and it's a favorite spot for you guys.
it. Man, it's tough. I'm bad on the spot. I mean, one that really sticks to mind, man, is Nick Lepore, Burger Buff. You see him upload him stuff, dude.
His friends with Coronado.
Yeah, friends with Coronado. There's another one, Christian Coronado.
Those
Coronado
guys are
Clean
like
Cuisine.
best friends.
They're great guys, and they're two good people. I'm glad, let's use them as an example. Dude, the amount of drive that those two people have, it's what it takes, man. Like Christian.
And they're great people.
Dude, like there's
Burger Buff guy, he seems like very serious. I don't know.
very
him that well.
serious, but you gotta
he's
smile
very
at him.
serious.
No, listen, he's very. You get a smile out of him, and it's like you like mission accomplished when you do. Like it's like, but he's such a good kid, and to see him, dude, his brand, like he did pop-ups. Like he started his first pop was at Divi Tree.
I was just gonna say, I think his first pop-up was at your store.
But like to see the growth that he's had just from social media and how he works it, dude, he works it, man. He does a really good job.
He ate like a burger for a year.
He ate a burger for every day, but like, dude, pick his brain because he's a good one. He's like, to see someone to build
guys like
brand
that for me, it's like I see what he's doing, I see that he's crushing it, but he really is such a serious guy, and maybe that's why he's doing so well because he's so dialed in.
He's so dialed in. Yeah. He's focused. I mean,
and good for him. I saw recently. I think Coronado shared it. He had some little clip on some local news. They had him on.
Oh,
APP
did he?
did a little.
APP
did a little piece on him and stuff. Cool. And he's did collaborations with
Where's
some
he from?
like the Pizza Jew and some big names. Like he's done.
Where's he from?
Honestly,
Powell? No.
I don't know if I've ever even asked him where he grew up, Nick.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know.
He's obviously somewhat local.
I know like Christian's a Brick guy, right?
I think he's a Tom's River kid.
Yeah.
He's a Tom's River.
Oh, that's right. He's Tom's River. So maybe next time.
He's a TR kid.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Christian's Tom's River. That's right.
Yeah. He was friends with Sal and all those guys.
Not too sure, man, but
great
local.
Guy.
I mean,
give me another local spot.
There's so many local spots in town, man. Like it's tough to pick. I don't want to be biased.
Come on. Give me.
Is this something like you would like to interview them, or somewhere we just genuinely
potentially they may interview, and potentially you guys like.
Man, I go everywhere.
We go everywhere.
I don't want to offend anyone. Saying the name, not saying.
Oh,
the name,
come on! Give me another one.
Dude,
that you love. You walk in, you feel love. Me and Phil were like Colonial. We love the Colonial guys.
I love Colonial
Market. That's like your neighborhood market. I mean, I go every dude, Sleepy Hollow Exxon. Like that's your neighborhood gas station. I know everyone pumping the gas. You shoot the shit. Yeah. I went to school with his grandson, his son. Like, dude, I don't. There's so much. It's just like honestly, that's a testament to the town. Is like I don't even know where to start. Yeah. Because Point is so special like that. It's like. You have your local gas station, your local convenience store. You're like, dude, everything. Local coffee shop, fresh kitchen next to us.
Plethora Boutique. Love it there.
Yep, Plethora.
And where's that?
It's right on Bridge Ave.
Most underrated place in town.
It's right next to Colonial Market. Listen, I go there for every birthday, every party.
If you're a man
every Christmas.
And you need a gift for your lady, go to Plethora Boutique. And they'll take care of you. Be like, listen, she likes A, B, and C. They'll be like, I'm on it.
I'm not even kidding you.
They're so good, man.
They have everything that you need.
See, that's
awesome.
But see, something like that, what you just pointed out, is huge because you just don't know about that stuff. You know, it's hard.
They're right in town on Bridge Ave.
Any guy that just saw what I said knows that feeling. You're like, man, I don't know what to get him.
What's it called again?
Plethora.
I'll be
Plethora Boutique. Literally right next door to Colonial. The next building over. Next over. You're looking at Colonial to the right.
I almost finished my Christmas shopping there.
It's
amazing.
I love other local business owners winning, and you're actually pumped up about it. You like the store
because I love them. I love them,
like
and they're great owners, and I love the store. So.
Like, dude, Broadway Bar and Grill. Like, I mean, I worked there forever, so I don't want to sound biased, but like, dude, it's a neighborhood bar. Like,
and it's a unique bar.
It is. It really
I brought my father-in-law. There's a similar place called the Wantagh Inn up in Wantagh, Long Island, and. One day they came down, we did our thing with the ladies, and he's like, let's go out for some beers. And my father-in-law, he's old school guy, loves to have a couple beers with somebody good and either sit there quiet or have a good conversation about sports. And
it's the Broadway.
I was like, we're going to Broadway.
Yep.
And he loved it. It's a good spot.
It is a good spot.
Second question. What would you say to somebody who is 25 years old looking to do something similar that you guys did, and don't just talk coffee specific, talk an entrepreneur, business owner. What's one most important thing that they can do to succeed and stay going?
Stay going or get going? Like, because the biggest thing is to take that leap, man. You gotta just do it. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's
very repetitive.
It is, but man, when you're in the moment, like
jump,
dude, you have to. You'll never know if you don't. Like we always said it. We're like, it's crazy because we said if we don't open this coffee shop, someone big's gonna come to town, do exactly what we want to do, and they're gonna crush it, and we're gonna have to drive by it every day, going, man, what could have been, right?
Yeah.
So we did it. 8 months later, it's exactly what happened. Can you imagine if we didn't do it?
We would never be able to open.
I would have had to move. I would have moved.
You know what my advice is?
Like, you know what I mean? It would have ate at me so much. Like, you just got to freaking do it, man.
Yeah, you got to jump.
Especially if you're, like you said, you're 25. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Before you go on a
finish
tangent.
before you.
If you're 25, man, you're so young. You have so much time to recover. Like, recovery is everything. Just do it. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
like,
you fail. You fail a little bit. You fail forward.
You do. There's people that fail 20 times before they succeed once, and that one succession could be what makes you. Like, just do it, man.
I would tell them to be ready to literally sacrifice at least 2 to 3 years of vacations and parties and
just life. In
order to be successful, you're going to have to make a sacrifice at least 3 years.
Yep.
Like, you're not going to be able to go on vacation. You're not going to be able to party on the weekends.
I mean, vacation, day off. Like, I worked 2 years straight, 7 days a week.
Minus
11
Christmas
hours
Day.
a day if I was lucky. Minus Christmas Day because we were closed. Until I found Kelly, who's a godsend, right? But, dude, like, we did it. Built the brand.
That's a great point, Maylon, because I remember back I was younger prior to meeting Kelly. I was dating my ex, and you know, I was still young in my business, so my income was stagnant. I didn't have a renewal built up. I didn't have a constant flow of pipeline of people that were like, yeah, Ryan's done us right, you know. And I would watch her friends that worked as a teacher or in corporate America, and again, we were young. I mean, this is 23 years old, 24 years old, and they would take these trips that were $4,000, $5,000, and I would be like, you can't look at that shit because they're doing that to escape.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Control and the cage that they're in
100%.
In corporate America or in a teaching job. And I love all teachers, but my wife battles that stuff every day. And to have your own freedom, your own flexibility, and just go and do it is so important. And then to sacrifice.
Yeah, to sacrifice.
To be able to do that.
That's the biggest thing. Like, you have to sacrifice it at first in order to get it. Like, you know.
And you can get it better than
way better. But so
exactly.
there's a saying that Ryan, like, getting back to the whole working every day thing. I used to have a little office in the back. I mean, now we got taken over by storage and fridges and all that shit. But we had a bulletin, and on that bulletin was one saying, and it said, "I'd rather live my life for a couple years like most people won't, so I can live the rest of my life like most people can't." And like, it comes down to everything you were saying, man. Like,
it's so true. For many years, my friends were like, you know, Ryan, you're doing well. You must be doing well. Like, why are you living in an apartment? Like, why do you do this? Why aren't you traveling? And it's like, because I'm building a business.
I'm still getting ahead.
Yeah, like
I'm ahead, but like I'm way more ahead than you, but I'm still getting ahead.
Yeah, you may not think I am, but
I am.
Yeah, I'm building a business.
100%, man.
And
you guys discipline.
It's
just discipline.
That's what it is, discipline.
It is discipline.
Discipline.
And that's something
great year, you can't go out and be like, oh man, I killed, like, dude. 1 month later, you can be in the shitter. Like, it's discipline every day. You just perform. Wake up and perform every day.
And you guys are fun. You're loving. This was an easy conversation.
I know you're talking about Maylon.
This is an easy conversation, but you're also very intelligent and you know your stuff, and you guys run a great business.
Thanks, man.
And I mean that from the heart. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for
having
us.
us.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Viewers, thanks for tuning in. Get your Divi Tree. You need the Divi Tree wine. I'm going to get $1 vig on every bottle. You know. That's a joke, compliance.
All right. Disclosure, it's not for sale. We make it. It's free for our
you got to get into Divi Tree.
Customers as a give back.
You got to get into Divi Tree. And I look forward to you guys tuning into this whole podcast, Fireside Chat, whatever you want to call it, because this was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Cheers.